For decades, the supercar has been a symbol of the unreachable, a machine built not for the masses, but for the few. The Ferrari, the Lamborghini, the McLaren, names that carry weight, names that carry price tags most people will never see in their bank account. But what if I told you that for $25,000, the price of an average used sedan, you could own something that makes your heart race the same way? This is the story of 5 cars that were never supposed to be affordable, and yet, here we are. The Corvette, America's answer to Europe's finest. For generations it was dismissed, called a muscle car pretending to be a supercar. But the numbers don't lie. The C6 Corvette, produced from 2005 to 2013, carries a 6.0-liter V8 engine pushing over 400 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, a top speed that flirts with 190 miles per hour. And today, in 2026, you can find one for as little as $15,000. The Corvette was never cheap, it was never meant to be. But time has made it accessible, and that changes everything. Japan has always had a different philosophy when it comes to performance. Not raw power, not straight-line speed alone, but balance, precision, the feeling of being one with the machine. The Nissan 370Z embodies that philosophy completely. 332 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, a 6-speed manual gearbox that puts the driver, not the computer, in control. This is a car that rewards skill, a car that feels alive through every corner. On the used market today, a well-kept 370Z sits right around $18,000 to $22,000. For a car that still turns heads in 2026, that price is almost insulting. Some cars are more than machines. They are cultural icons. The Ford Mustang has been on roads since 1964. Over 60 years of history, of racing, of rebellion. The 5th-generation Mustang GT, the S197, came with a 5.0-liter Coyote V8, over 400 horsepower, a sound that is immediately, unmistakably American. There is something about driving a Mustang that no spec sheet can explain. It connects you to something larger than yourself, a legacy of speed that stretches back decades. And for under $20,000 on the used market, that legacy is yours. Not every performance car announces itself loudly. Some arrive quietly, elegantly, and then when the moment calls for it, they remind you exactly what they are capable of. The Infiniti G37S is that car. Built on the FM platform, the same architecture shared with the legendary GTR, the G37S produces 330 horsepower from a naturally aspirated 3.7-liter V6. It is rear-wheel drive, it is sharp, it is precise, and it looks like it costs $60,000. You can buy one today for under $14,000. In a world obsessed with luxury badges, the Infiniti G37S is the best-kept secret in performance motoring. And then there is this. The Dodge Challenger SRT8 is not subtle. It does not try to be European. It does not pretend to be refined. It is 425 horsepower of American muscle, a 6.1-liter V8 that sounds like thunder on a clear day. A car that was built with one purpose, to make you feel alive. In a world moving toward electric motors and silent acceleration, the Challenger SRT8 is a rebellion, a final stand for the era of raw, unfiltered combustion. And in 2026, a clean example sits right at the edge of our budget, around $24,000 to $25,000, worth every single cent. The supercar was never meant for everyone. But these 5 machines, built by engineers who poured their lives into performance, have found their way into the hands of everyday drivers. Not because they became less, but because time made them accessible. The Corvette, the 370Z, the Mustang, the Infiniti G37S, the Challenger. 5 different philosophies, 5 different sounds, one shared truth. Performance has no price ceiling, only a floor. If this video opened your eyes to what $25,000 really can buy, drop a comment below. Tell me which one you would choose. And if you want to see more videos like this, you already know what to do.